Mama needs to come in. Can we let Mommy in? This is where Mommy needs to be. I know, but you took my spot when I got up. So can we, really? This is how we're gonna do this today? This is how we're gonna do this? Okay. 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 Hello, and welcome back to Vibing with Life. I tried to do this without Riley, but somebody is very attached. So, I think we're all just going to have to get okay with the fact that Riley is just going to be in quite a few YouTube videos from now on. Anyway, I hope you are well. I hope that your day is going good. I took the weekend off of social media in its entirety, and that is what I want to talk to you about today. My brain is still getting back into its functioning, and sentences we're working on it. So I decided on Thursday, actually I think it was Wednesday, I decided on Wednesday that I was going to be taking a break over the weekend. Complete and utter social media break. So for those of you who don't know, I work through social media. I am a coach and I am a content creator and I work through multiple social media platforms. So I'm on there every single day, quite a bit each day. I don't even pay attention to my screen time because it's necessary for me to do my work. So I'm on social media a lot. And I have not taken a full day off from be it social media or work in general in at least a month. It was probably the holidays, Christmas time was the last time I probably took a full day off. So I had really started to feel that. I really started to feel my energy getting drained, and I noticed that I was falling into the comparison trap a lot more than I usually do. Now, the comparison trap is a whole different story, but it's completely normal when there's the world of social media. Most of it is, especially Instagram, is a highlight reel. And yes, a lot of us do show the struggles and the downtimes and the down moments, and I think that's important to realize that we are all human. But especially for those who work through social media, there's a lot of wins and highlights getting shared because that's just social media for you. And on top of that, there's just so much noise from the external world, from social media. There are so many thoughts, so many opinions, so many ways of life. This person is succeeding at this and that person is succeeding at that. There's just so much noise. And I noticed that I had been coming close to that point of burnout by working every single solitary day and not taking a day off. There were some days where I worked less than others, but I still got something done. And my energy just felt depleted. I was falling into the comparison trap. My mindset was not at its strong point. And I noticed as well that limiting beliefs were starting to surface even more. My ego was getting louder and louder. And by the time I got to Wednesday night, I made the decision official because I could barely use my brain. Like, I could barely focus. I could barely get myself to do work, to just function mentally. And I knew that it was time to take a step back. So I made the decision to completely go off social media for the weekend. It was initially only supposed to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I ended up taking Monday as well, and I am so glad I did. I feel absolutely incredible. My energy is so restored. I spent the whole weekend just spending time with Zach, with Riley, with Zach's cousin who came to visit. He's in the Army and we haven't seen him in a year and a half. Just true joyful activities, being present, me time, actually doing the inner work that I had sidelined because I was doing all of my work. So it was just a completely rejuvenating, re-energizing, grounding weekend that, without question, I needed. And I want to talk to you about it because it's so easy to get sucked into that social media hole and to not realize that it's happening. To not realize that it very well may be the amount of time that we're spending on social media that's draining our energy, that's having an effect on our mindset, our mentality, our mental health as a whole. It's literally at the tip of our fingers. I know for me, a lot of times it becomes a habit. Like without even consciously thinking of it, I'll just unlock my phone and hit Instagram, and next thing you know, I'm 10 minutes deep into a scroll hole and I don't even know how it happened. I am willing to bet you can relate to that. So it's really, really easy to just get sucked into it. It's so easy, and that can have such a massive effect on us as a whole. We can fall into the comparison trap. It can feed into limiting beliefs of, I'm not good enough. I can't do what this person is doing. I'm a failure and this person is a raging success. Like, there are so many limiting beliefs that can come up if you're not conscious in your social media use. So, first of all, it's important to set boundaries around social media. And if you're someone who does work from your phone or from social media, it's important to set boundaries around work as well. So set boundaries on your social media time. Either give yourself allotted times or an allotted amount of time each day to be on social media. Do what you need to do. You can even just give yourself however long to sit there and scroll. But figure out what time frame works best for you. Pay attention to when you start to feel like it's now draining your energy and it's affecting your mindset. Because you do reach that point. You just need to figure out what that point is for you. Which brings me to the next part. While you're using social media, be mindful, present, and conscious of what you're consuming and how it's making you feel. It is completely okay and very healthy to unfollow people and accounts that don't make you feel good, that send you immediately into the comparison trap, that just make you feel like crap or affect your mindset in a negative way. You can unfollow those accounts, and it's completely okay. That's part of setting boundaries for yourself. Part of honoring yourself in the building of that relationship with yourself is setting boundaries. So really take some time to think about your social media usage, to think about how often you're on social media, to think about how often you're actually being productive on social media, especially if you're working around it or through it, and how often you're just sitting there mindlessly scrolling. I think we all know how easy it is to watch 50 Instagram stories in a row and not even realize you did it, and then wonder where the last 45 minutes and all your energy went. It went into those stories and all the posts that you're scrolling through. So pay attention to how it makes you feel and how much time you're spending on it, and pay attention as well to the threshold. What is that time threshold that you reach when it starts to have a negative impact on you? And if it has a negative impact right off the bat, then I also suggest really taking some time to look at why, to look at the accounts you're following. Is it the content you're consuming that is draining you right off the bat? Or are you following accounts and content that inspires you and motivates you and lifts you up and makes you think in the good way? And, gives you tools and tricks and helps you along your journey. So be conscious of that and learn your threshold, pay attention to your boundaries, set boundaries around social media. And if you need a day, 2 days, 4 days, a week, however long off of social media, take it. And, if you are someone who does work through social media, again, boundaries. Set allotted times throughout the day where you do your work on social media and only do it for a certain period of time, and then take a break and do like a re-energizing, rejuvenating activity. Don't sit there and do what you gotta do and then fall into a scroll hole. Or fall into a scroll hole before you do what you gotta do. And I've done it. 150% have done it. I still catch myself doing it. But it's starting that awareness and becoming conscious of it is when you can start to set those boundaries that will make a difference. And if you are someone who works through social media, it's okay to take a day off. It's okay to take the weekend off. You don't have to be on social media 7 days a week, all day, in order to be successful or in order to stay relevant. So that is my spiel on a social media break and why it's so important. And a big tip to help you if you also decide to take a social media break is delete the apps from your phone completely. Because like I said, it becomes a habit. You automatically just open that app without realizing you did it. So I deleted Instagram, Facebook Messenger, and TikTok off my phone on Thursday night when I signed off for the weekend, and I did not re-download them until Tuesday morning when I was going back to work. And it made a world of difference. The temptation wasn't even there, and I didn't even think about it. I was so present in the entirety of the weekend because I didn't even have the apps. It was like I deleted the apps from my phone, and the social media thought processes and wants and needs got deleted from my mind. And I was just so present in everything I did, and I feel so good and so ready to go back at it. And now I know that taking breaks from social media is necessary. Setting those boundaries truly is necessary and important for our own mental health and for our success and our growth. So from here on out, I will be probably taking at least 1 day a week off of social media. So no more month-long stretches without a single solitary day off. Very necessary for revitalizing myself and for bringing myself back to life and just truly keeping my energy in check and acknowledging this. The last thing I want to say is just building that relationship with yourself so that when you start to hit this point, you're able to acknowledge it. You're able to become aware of it before you do completely burn out, before it does result in a complete breakdown, before, it does truly cross that line and just drain you dry. So by building that relationship with yourself, you truly are able to be able to acknowledge it quicker and then honor it and listen to the calls from within. I was truly feeling the call to take a step back from the entirety of the external world and focus on myself, my family, and just true joy and inner work. And I honestly think I'd probably be curled up in the fetal position under the kitchen table had I not taken this break. So honor yourself, honor your boundaries, and really be conscious of your social media activity and what you consume, because it truly is having an effect on your mindset and your mental health and your energy as a whole. All right. That's the spiel I have for that. I really hope that this serves you and it found you well, and I hope that you are able to really dive into your own social media consumption and take a look at how it's been affecting you. If you do want to chat about it, if you need help setting boundaries, you can shoot me a message on Instagram at vibinghigherforlife. I am always happy to talk, and my DMs are always open. And I hope you have an incredible day. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks on vibing with your life.